Hello, this is Brendan, and today it has been I feel like I'm making a confession here. It's been, according to YouTube, it's been 5 months since my last video, which doesn't mean I haven't been making any videos, but I've been busy doing them for clients and business and work and stuff, so I can't make them on YouTube, especially with all the drama that has started since, geez, I guess. I don't know, they called it the adpocalypse or something. I was starting to make money off of my videos, and then they just changed everything. I said, okay, never mind. Because I'm not PewDiePie or something like this. I'm not Joe Rogan, so what a pity. But I have other means of making money. I'd rather be making videos for you. So as this followership does build up, and it's I got more and more stuff coming along. I'm working on a book now. While I'm jibber jabbering here, what we're looking at here is Triton. I believe I've never heard of any other pronunciation from it. Triton or Triton. You know, he's like one of the gods of the sea. He's not the god of the sea. I think he's the son. I should have looked this up before I started. Anyway, you know Triton. Everybody knows Triton. He's just like the sea guy. He has a conch horn, which when he blows can make giant waves, and you know, he's kind of like the original version of Aquaman from Greek mythology. If you know me at all, you know I've been working on a Greek mythology series for a long time now. It's been almost 2 years. It was intended to be done within like 1 year or even 6 months, and it turned into that didn't happen. So I'm still working on this. While I'm talking, I want to work on this right here, mid-ground. Right, see, this is supposed to be like underwater city right here, and these are fish. I need them on a separate layer completely. So let me just move them over here real quick. That should work. Yeah, okay. And I'll call that layer fish. Okay, so back to where I was. Excuse me. Mid-ground. I do have this set at yeah, so it's just a black line layer at a lower opacity. What I kind of want to do with that, I've decided, is I don't need all of these details, and so I'm just going to fill it in, you know, all kind of black like that. And then I'm going to talk about some stuff while I'm doing that. So 2 things at once, but it shouldn't be too hard. The new videos I'm working on are going to be scripted. This one is not. And I might maintain YouTube as being that way, just non-scripted, because that's what it is, right? But the courses, the new course I'm making, well, they've always been scripted, but perhaps a bit more scripted is kind of like the word I'm looking for. I'm using the circle tool here, which hopefully, excuse me, will help me make a decent circle. What I should do before that is draw a perfect line here. Perfectly, what would you call it? A perfectly vertical? Yes, that was the correct word. I can speak English. In addition to all of my other talents, English is also in there. So, I'm writing a book. I want to explain, it's not an explanation really, it's just let you know what's going on. There is kind of a reason why I haven't made any videos for a long time. I don't know if anyone cares, number one. I know that, you know, you're not going to be hurt if I stop making videos, not one of those things. Normally, the consensus is something that, like, if you want my attention, you have to fight for it, right? That's the kind of YouTube philosophy. It's like you're fighting to get your fame, and it's like the Highlander. There can only be one. I disagree with that fully. That's a zero-sum game. There's plenty of room for all of us. We currently have something like 6 billion person population, a lot of which is owned by China. So if you want to get with the game, learn that language. And there's for those of you who find that to be a scary fact, don't don't be. It's not. I didn't intend it to be like that. It's just happens to be a fact. So, I lived in China for 12 years. They're not scary. It's okay. Same as Russia. Russia. Maybe some people think because of the Cold War, if you grew up in that area, there's some stigma that still seems to be around. They're still human. Doesn't mean I like them. I may or may not like them. But wouldn't worry too much. Although, yeah, who knows? That's what's going on right now. It's all about a competition. So instead of thinking about all that weird stuff, let's narrow it down to the Western civilization, which would include, English-speaking countries. That's what my target audience is. Now, even within English-speaking countries, you still have to think there are, the American population this long time ago, it does grow very fast, but it's somewhere like 350 million. Did I get that right? Yes, million. And a country like England is much smaller, but the entirety of UK, I guess, is in the high, 100 million. And then there's Australia, which I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I'm just ignorant, but a lot of the space in Australia is not used, so the population would I don't want to make any random guesses. I don't know, but their population would focus around the major cities like Melbourne and Sydney, stuff like that. So I'm just blurting out all of these random facts. or non-facts. Those are just like I'm blurting out random estimations to show that I have a general idea of what's going on. Now, what can we learn from that general idea? And you can look up the facts for yourself. The general consensus is that there is ample room for a lot more followership of all different types. And what should happen, what we would hope, is that we can have a lot of mini groups, micro groups, right? It doesn't have to be like everybody's following PewDiePie or Fox News or the New York Times or BBC, all of which I find quite boring. I do listen. I have oddly been listening to PewDiePie recently. I don't know why. It's like he's just being honest. I just find him screaming into the microphone a lot. It's just kind of annoying. It's and he jokes about having a childish army, but I think he might indeed have a young audience watching him mostly. Let's look back on that. Right. See that? That's way better than it was before. That's good. With the perfect shapes and all that. Okay. And so there's plenty of room for all different. What I'd like to see is everybody having their own little niche. So you don't have to have 1 million followers. You can have 100 followers. And this applies very, very much to the art scene. There have been artists throughout history who have made very good livings for themselves without being famous. That's another myth that needs to be dispelled. It was very, very hard work to dispel all of these myths. I should have a news channel dedicated to it. Maybe that's what this is going to be all about. Just getting rid of that idea that if you're not famous, and I know this is true, a lot of people, the younger people, they actually say it on Reddit. I've actually had somebody said, "Are you famous? Because if you're not, I'm not going to waste my time reading all this stuff you just wrote, because I'm long-winded when I write." And they meant that. I really, how could you write that and not mean it? Unless somebody else meant it, right? So the idea is there. Somebody is thinking that thought. So either you're being tortured by that thought or you genuinely believe that thought. One or the other has to be true in order for it to be said. Because people wouldn't say things like gargle, flabben, boobendiggy, which makes no sense, right? People are only allowed to say things which in some way or other inherently make some type of sense. And we can argue about, We can argue about the minutia of the epistemology and what is true, what's not, and all of that stuff. Did I say that epistemology? Well, if there's any philosophers in the house, let me know. That's way better. Yes. Now, these spheres are intentionally floating. That's a happy accident. I just thought, wouldn't that be cool if they're just floating around? Because they can be, because they're underwater. Why not? Yeah, it's like underwater city. Float around. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, so I want to clean this up. But this is only one of many. What I'm doing is, you know me, I never finish my thoughts. That's why I'm going to be scripting future stuff. I'm writing a book. It's almost done. This is one of the things I think I want to add to the book. Maybe not. The book is about my illustration experience over the past 6 years. And because there's just been nothing but good news out of it. If I had failed at everything I'd done, I wouldn't write a book. But I have succeeded. And there's no bragging in that whatsoever. It's only to want to share the knowledge that I have to help others to have an easier way along the way if you are pursuing the same type of pursuits that I was pursuing when I embarked upon my journey. And I changed a lot along the way. I think when I started, I really just wanted to focus on comic books. I learned that the art of storytelling through comic books can be something else, and I also learned that it's just very, very hard work, and there's not a lot of capital out there for that today. If there was billions of dollars, I have to laugh when I say that, billions of dollars just waiting for a comic book artist. It just doesn't happen, right? But if that was there, then maybe things would have been different. But it's not. But that doesn't mean you stop, right? There's other things that you can do. And so this is what I ended up doing, is making this all these various illustrations, and I got work. I got a lot of good paying work at it along the way. I still do web development, and it's slowly starting to turn over where I'm doing more illustration than I am web development. But web development in today's world is just such lucrative business. I'm not sure if I can get to the point where, like I said, there's not billions of dollars in illustration, but we're getting close. We're getting close. The demand is changing. And so all that stuff can be found in the book, which I'm publishing. I just finished a book cover illustration, which I'll be promoting for a book series called Histories of the Exodus, and you should see that on my Facebook page or anywhere else. Right now I'm just using Facebook and DeviantArt. I'm just so tired of keeping up with all of them. I know Facebook isn't everyone's favorite, and Mark Zuckerberg is an evil lizard man and all that, but, well, maybe he's just not cute, and that's the problem. I'm actually quite happy with how that turned out. He flipped around. Yeah. It adds some more circles. I'm going to work on that a bit more. So, that's it. This is just a play video where I'm just I'm trying to warm up, I guess. I do have a script ready, and I'm working on a new course. That's the other thing that's coming up very, very soon. It's going to be a course on a particular type of illustration, which I don't want to mention right now. And that's about it. I just wanted to work on that mid-ground for right now. I'm going to be working off of the video now for a bit. For those of you guys who are new, there's a lot of extremely exciting stuff coming up on this channel. If you're catching me on YouTube, I mean, we're going to have it's going to explode. We're going to have tons of fun. Smack that subscribe button. A lot of people, they always say hit the bell. I'll leave that up to you. But hit that and smash it. Smash that like button once. If you smack it twice, it might unlike. So just smash it good and hard one time. Make sure you get it liked and subscribed. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. We're going to have an enormous amount of fun. We're branching out. All kinds of stuff's happening here. I can't wait. I'm getting excited. I'm really getting excited. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. We're going to have some fun. That's it for now. See you next time. See you soon. Take care. Goodbye. And have a great day. And don't stop drawing all day, every day. And do exercise in the morning and eat healthy food. Okay. See ya. Bye.